What if I told you that even if every person, every company, and every government tried to repay all their debt today, it would be impossible? Not difficult, not unlikely, impossible. Because the system we live in does not just allow debt, it depends on it. And once you see how it works, you cannot unsee it. A global financial machine that must keep growing or collapse under its own weight. There was a time when money had limits. Gold and silver defined wealth. You could hold it, measure it, and trust it. But that system restricted expansion. Economies could not grow faster than the metals they possessed. So a new idea emerged. Banks began issuing paper notes, claims on money, not money itself. At first, these notes were backed by gold, but over time that backing weakened and eventually disappeared. This shift did not just change money, it changed power, because now money could be created, not mined, and the way it was created would define everything that followed. Here is the core mechanism most people never learn. New money enters the economy through loans. When banks lend, they do not transfer existing money, they create new money digitally. But every unit created comes with a condition: it must be paid back with interest. This creates a mathematical imbalance. If 100 is created but 110 is owed, where does the extra 10 come from? It does not exist yet. So to pay old debt, new debt must be created. This is not a flaw, this is the engine. As this system spread, governments adopted it fully. Instead of relying only on taxes, they began borrowing to fund everything: wars, infrastructure, welfare programs. Debt became normal, then necessary. Then permanent economic growth started to rely on borrowing. Businesses expanded with loans. Consumers spent using credit. Governments filled gaps with bonds. Everything moved forward as long as debt kept increasing. Because if borrowing slowed, everything slowed, and that is when the risk appeared. Today, global debt has reached staggering levels, far beyond what real economic output can support. But the deeper issue is not the size, it is the structure. Since money is created as debt, and interest is not created alongside it, the system constantly needs more borrowing just to function. This creates a trap. Payoff, debt, money supply, shrinks economy, slows, create more debt. System survives, but imbalance grows. There is no stable middle, only expansion or contraction. So how does this affect everyday life? It does not collapse suddenly, it shifts gradually. Inflation rises, prices increase, savings lose value, people work harder but feel like they are standing still. Governments raise taxes or reduce services, personal debt increases, credit cards, loans, mortgages. And through it all, the system continues because it must, because stopping it would mean facing a reality no one wants: a reset. Whenever the system shows signs of stress, solutions appear: lower interest rates, money printing, economic stimulus. Each one provides temporary relief, but each one also increases total debt. It is like trying to fix a leak by increasing water pressure. Crises do not end the system, they reinforce it. Because after every collapse, the response is the same: create more money, add more debt, restart the cycle. Look at recent decades. Financial bubbles form, burst, and are replaced by even larger ones. Housing crises, market crashes, inflation waves. Each time intervention grows bigger. Each time debt levels rise higher than before. And each time the system becomes more dependent on its own expansion. This is not random, it is a pattern. 3 simple truths. The system is designed around debt, not independent of it. Growth is required, not optional. Stability is temporary. So what happens when growth slows but debt keeps rising? Because eventually something has to give. And when it does, it will not be gradual, it will be decisive. If this changed the way you see money, stay connected. Because the deeper you understand the system, the clearer the patterns become. And the truth is, this is only the beginning.